Stop whatever you're doing. Just stop. Close that other tab. Mute the noise around you. I need your full attention because what you're about to hear isn't just another move on king speech. This is a message for men who are tired of being played, tired of being predictable, tired of being the safety net while someone else gets to fly. If you're even a little bit honest with yourself, you know exactly what I mean. There's a moment in every man's life when the games get old, the chasing gets exhausting, and you wake up and ask yourself, why the hell am I still here? Right now, you're closer to that moment than you think. And if you listen, really listen, this might be the day everything shifts, because no one talks about the moment you detach. Nobody teaches you how powerful it is when you finally stop reacting. See, everyone tells you to chase, to try harder, to fix what she broke. They tell you if you just show her you care, she'll change. If you're patient, if you're nice, if you give her space, if you double text just one more time, it's all a lie. You know what really terrifies her? What shakes her at her core? What forces her to finally see you as a man instead of a doormat? When you remove your energy, your attention, your heart, not as a game, not as manipulation, but as a declaration that your self-worth is not up for debate. Let me ask you, have you ever seen the look in her eyes the moment she realizes you don't care anymore? It's not anger, it's not relief, it's pure, unfiltered panic. Because for the first time, she's not in control. She wants to know she could lose you and still get you back whenever she wants. She wants to know you'll stay no matter how many boundaries she crosses, no matter how many games she plays. But when you detach, you shatter her illusion, you break the spell, you become the one man she can't figure out, and that is the moment everything changes. Let's go deeper. Let's talk about what detachment actually looks like. It's not ignoring her texts and counting the hours. It's not posting fake living my best life stories on Instagram. It's not blocking her to make her chase. Detachment is silent. Detachment is real. It's the cold, clean energy of a man who is so at peace with himself that nothing she does, good or bad, can shake him. It's waking up and feeling nothing when you see her name. It's being unfazed when she goes hot and cold. It's knowing that you don't have to respond to drama, to chaos, to manipulation. You simply let her go. And here's the twist. She feels it immediately. She senses the void where your obsession used to be. She panics because the anchor she took for granted is suddenly gone. She may not show it. She might double down on the games. She might act cold, distant, or even start flaunting someone new. But inside, she's unraveling because she was never addicted to you. She was addicted to your attention. And the moment you take it away, her whole reality shifts. Let's get honest. How many times have you begged for her to care? How many times have you explained, pleaded, written essays trying to make her understand? How many nights have you stayed awake, overthinking every word, wondering what you did wrong? The answer is always the same. You gave too much. You cared too much. You made her the center of your universe and forgot that you had a life before she ever walked in. But the moment you detach, everything reverses. Suddenly she's the one wondering. She's the one waiting. She's the one checking your stories, trying to decode your silence. She will panic every single time, not because she misses you, but because you removed the supply. She never thought she'd lose. She'll ask herself, did he find someone better? Is he really over me? Was I ever that important to him? You become the question mark in her story. And the truth is, most men will never experience this power. Because most men never learn to detach. They're addicted to the chase, to the drama, to the pain of being needed. But a man who masters detachment, he becomes a ghost she can't exorcise. He's the one that got away, not because he ran, but because he walked, calmly, quietly, and never looked back. Let's break it down even further. Why does detachment work? Why does it shake her so much? Because in a world where everyone is desperate for attention, your silence is the loudest sound she's ever heard. Everyone is trying to impress her. Everyone is fighting for a reply. Everyone is dancing for crumbs. But you're unmoved. You're the one who doesn't need her. You're the one who can walk away and mean it. You don't chase. You don't explain. You don't fight for what doesn't want to be kept. And she's never met that man before. Most men are replaceable. But a man who can detach, he's unforgettable. She'll never admit it. She'll tell her friends she's over you. She'll post stories with the new guy, go on dates, pretend she's living her best life. But when she's alone, when the noise fades, she'll remember the one man who could walk away and never look back. That's you. That's the man you become the moment you stop reacting. The moment you detach, she panics every time. And here's what's wild. The more you focus on you, the more you invest in your own purpose, the more attractive you become. Not just to her, but to the world. It's not a trick, it's not a tactic. It's the natural result of reclaiming your energy. Because here's the secret. Women don't chase men who chase them. They chase men who chase their mission. They want to be chosen by the man who doesn't need to choose them. You become that man the day you detach. So what does detachment feel like? At first, it's hell. It feels like dying. It feels like losing the oxygen you've been breathing for months, maybe years. You will want to check her feed. You will want to text. You'll want to prove you're unbothered. But true detachment is silent. It's doing the hard work when nobody's watching. It's rebuilding your mind, your body, your soul. It's remembering your standards and never lowering them again. And it's hard, but it's worth it. Because every day you don't react, you get a little stronger. Every day you choose peace over chaos, you get a little freer. Every day you let her go, you get closer to the man you're meant to be. Let me make something clear. This isn't about getting her back. This isn't about making her jealous. This isn't about playing games. This is about freedom. This is about never letting another person's approval determine your self-worth again. If she comes back, she comes back. But the version of you she left, that man is dead. You're not the same anymore. You're building a life that doesn't have room for drama or half-loves or maybes. You're building a life so solid that anyone who wants in has to rise to your level. That's detachment. That's the power she feels when you stop making her your oxygen. And if you want more of this, if you're tired of being the nice guy, if you're ready to become the man nobody dares to take for granted again, you know what to do. Subscribe. Not because you need me, but because you owe it to yourself to never fall asleep on your own greatness again. Let's talk about what happens next, because the moment you detach, she's going to test you. She'll throw out breadcrumbs, a hey, a heart emoji on your story, a question out of nowhere. She'll act like nothing happened, like you were just on a break. But you know better now. You see through it. You don't jump at crumbs anymore. You don't break your silence for scraps. You let her make the first move, and you don't move at all. You've got bigger things to do. You've got a mission, and suddenly she's not the center of your universe. She's just another star in your galaxy, and you're the sun. You want the truth? The woman who truly wants you will never risk losing you in the first place. But the ones who play games, they panic the moment they realize you're not playing anymore. They panic when you detach because it's the one thing they can't control. Now, let's be brutally honest. There's no magic trick here. You're going to have bad days. You're going to question yourself. You'll want to reach out. But the difference is you won't. Not because you're stubborn, not because you're angry, but because you finally respect yourself enough to walk away from what doesn't serve you. That's power. That's what every man needs to learn. The ability to walk away without anger, without bitterness, without a second glance. You don't burn bridges, you just outgrow them. You don't block her out of spite, you block her access to your energy. She'll feel it, she'll notice, and she'll panic every time. What happens if she tries to come back? That's up to you. Maybe you've moved on, maybe you give her another chance, but it won't be the same because now you know your value. Now you know what it feels like, Roshreich, to be your own anchor. She'll have to earn you, not the other way around. And if she doesn't rise to your level, you'll let her go. No drama, no tears, no second thoughts. You are now the standard. You are the story she'll tell herself when she wonders why nothing else ever felt quite right. Because you were the man who could detach and never look back. If you've made it this far, if something inside you is waking up, if you're finally tired of being the backup plan, the emotional tampon, the safety net for someone else's chaos, it's time. Detach. Let her panic. Let her face her own emptiness for once. Give yourself the space to grow, to build, to become the man who doesn't need to chase love because he's too busy loving his own life. That's what she'll never understand. That's what she'll crave long after you've forgotten her name.